Hey everybody, first and foremost, I just want to thank every single one of you for giving me a little bit of your time. I know that in this day and age, time is very important to every single one of us, so I really appreciate you coming here to listen to me talk and watching this video, or just watching the video and putting me on mute. Either way, thank you for giving me the time of day. Secondly, since this is my introductory video, I would love to introduce myself. I am Zarnold Edward Quigley, the gaming advocate and a technology and cool stuff enthusiast. I know that doesn't sound very official yet, but believe me, if you just come with me on this journey and give me a little bit more time, I can show you that it is. A little bit about myself to spread out my credentials so that you guys have a little bit more faith in me. I've been playing video games for a substantial amount of my life. The first couple of games I remember playing right off the top of my head are Top Gun, Pinball, and Duck Hunt, all three of which for the NES. Not that any of those games are super noteworthy, of course, other than just to show that I have a little bit of age. And with a little bit of age comes a little bit of knowledge. That little bit of knowledge comes from growing up during some of the best times of gaming, which has given me a considerable amount of experience from great game series like the Zelda, Metroid, and Castlevania games, with Majora's Mask, Symphony of the Night, and, well, Super Metroid being some of my favorites, to the lows like Superman 64, Bubsy 3D, and of course the fabled Atari version of E.T. I'm pretty sure that's the only version because nobody wanted to make another game after that. At any rate, with my knowledge and experiences, I hope that I can be your guide as your advocate in games to finding some awesome hidden gems, avoiding some duds, and getting away from scammed games, especially those loaded with microtransactions. And of course, maybe glean a little bit of entertainment from some of the things that I say and or do in my videos. At any rate, I've said that twice. Here we go. Since this is my introductory video, I just want to let you guys know what I'm playing if you didn't already know. This is Dark Souls, but it is for the Xbox 360 on the Xbox One. I don't want anybody to be confused that this may or may not be the Dark Souls remaster because it is not. I will be playing that when it comes out in May, but this is not it. Personally, I just wanted to do this as a playthrough of a notoriously hard game with my own personal reasons. One, I really enjoy the Dark Souls series, but I also know that a lot of people find it to be very difficult, and I just want to share this game with a lot of you guys so that if you haven't completed it yet or you can't get past a certain boss or area, maybe I can give you a little bit of advice or help, quality penning of course because I'm no expert. Or you just don't want to put the time into play, maybe you'll be able to come here and listen to me talk and watch an average player beat the game. Second, I know that this can be a very long game, and the journey gives us all a chance to talk with each other. I would like to personally be able to check in every so often and give you all some insight on what's going on with my future projects, my current posts, or just some cool news and random information that I've gotten from the week or day that may or may not have made it into your social media feeds. And finally, since the difficulty of this game is notorious, I thought it might be able to build up a little bit more gaming cred, since I know Top Gun, Pinball, and Duck Hunt aren't necessarily the most hardcore games, and I really haven't been a chance to spread my genre wings, as it were. I would just like to get in and show you guys that there's not any games that I'm really afraid to play, and to just give up a little bit of my credibility with you guys in the community. I should caveat all that with, no, I do not think I'm awesome, and I will be completely honest, I'm going to crawl through this game by the skin of my teeth, so I'm by no means an expert. You will be getting lots of cheese, so my 21 and older audience, feel free to bring the wine. With that said, let me get into a little bit more of what I'm about. So, I just should let you guys know my primary motivations for starting this channel and for streaming on Twitch and Mixer are twofold. First, I want to take all the knowledge that I've accumulated over the years and apply that to modern gaming so that I can help everybody make informed decisions. Nobody should have to pay $60 and end up with a dud, whether through microtransactions that nickel and dime you to poverty or because you spent $60 and the game is devoid of content. No matter what, that sucks, and I want to help avoid that. Second, there are tons of games that are awesome but might have gotten overlooked, and I want to shine these gems up and bring them to light, whether it's because the development team didn't have the marketing money to back up the way that AAA games like Destiny and Call of Duty do, or because they flew under the radar during a very busy time, whether that's the holiday season or whenever a lot of really cool games came out. In short, gaming is a hobby and a supreme passion for me, and I want to convey and take all of that and give it back to you guys while entertaining and informing you so that nobody has to buy games blindly. with that being said, I wanted to be able to be transparent with you guys and to maintain any kind of updates. So the Dark Souls series of videos will continue to be my backdrop for that, so that I can continue to dialogue with you guys over content, whether that's the projects that I'm working on currently, the projects that I'll be planning on working on in the future, any kind of Twitch collaborations, or if you guys just want to get in the comment section and leave me any kind of advice on what games I should be looking forward to, what games I should look back to, what games you guys would like to see me review, these kinds of things. That's why I want to constantly have these windows of opportunity open. So stay tuned for Dark Souls walkthroughs, because they will be the ways that I will be updating. Speaking of which, my first real update will be this. I'm working on a roguelike roundup video, which will be my first set of reviews. There are a group of indie games. I know I said that I do like the hidden gems. Like I said, I don't always review indie games. It just so happens that these will be independent games that I do first. I have a group of great roguelikes that are going to make a great group review. I hope everybody enjoys. It should be short and sweet, somewhere around 7 or 10 minutes for 5 games or so. I will also be subsequently doing more in-depth reviews of each game if you guys want, but I will be posting playthroughs for each one, so if you really can't wait for me to do a review, you can watch me play it and then make that decision then. In the future, I also hope to be a little bit more transparent, but for now, because this is one of my first reviews, I want to keep this a little bit of a secret until we get a little bit closer to release. Or maybe I'll just release it all in one go and then there won't be any secrets anymore. The roguelikes aren't the only first games to get some first video love. I'll also be doing a review of the first-person survival game Killing Floor 2, along with the first-person platformer Cluster Truck. First-person shooter survival game may not be the right term for Killing Floor 2, but we're going to stick with that. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, and I can change my my wording there. No, none of these games are brand new, but like I said, I want to shed some more light on the diamonds in the rough. So hopefully you guys will get a little bit of news and awareness for a few games that you never heard of, and maybe you guys will go out and pick up a few of them. Either way, I just want to give you guys a little bit of information. So I know now that we have the formalities out of the way, we can talk a little bit about Dark Souls as a whole, or about games, whatever. But I'm going to talk a little bit about Dark Souls, I suppose. And I know you guys are probably wondering why I'm cheesing the basilisks, since they don't have a whole lot of health and they're pretty easy to kill. That mist that they spray will curse you, and it will take away half your life when you come back. So not only do you lose all your souls, all your humanity wherever you die, but when you come back you're going to have half health, and it's a real pain in the ass, because the only way to get that removed is by coming back out of the depths, going all the way back up to the Gargoyle Tower, and getting a Purging Stone. I know another question's got to be driving you guys up a wall of some sorts is why I'm starting my first video, like, I don't know, maybe a fifth of the way through the game. Like, why am I starting on my descent to Blighttown? Well, personally, I don't think that the beginning of the game is really that difficult. The Taurus Demon, you can basically power level your way up in that first starting area if you're having trouble with him, and cheese him by dropping down on top of him. Same with the Capra Demon, so both of those are pretty, like, forgivable bosses, and eventually I will go back and redo those. The second and most important reason is I didn't think about doing any of these videos until after I got here, and I wasn't going to restart again because I was only doing this playthrough so that I can get jazzed up for the remaster. So yeah, it's a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. Mostly it's, I just didn't really think about it until I got here. But I would like to believe that most people getting into this game can probably do the first area, at least to the Taurus Demon, excuse me, or the Gargoyles. So the video starts at Firelink Shrine, and my set of videos will probably go until I beat the game, obviously, but a lot of these, this one particularly, will go until I'm done with a Gaping Dragon. I know that a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is very noobish, so you guys don't have to, like, convey that back to me. And I know in future videos I'll try to shorten down some of this meandering. It's been a really long time since I played this game, so forgive me. I know that a lot of these videos are going to be a lot of me walking around, so I'm going to do my best, like I said, to edit out some of my confusing wandering. I just didn't do it on this video because I just wanted to get a first video out. Just trying to be a little bit honest, you know. So let's talk a little bit about the depths as a whole. I know that I skipped a little bit at the beginning of this video. Veterans of the series will notice that I already had killed the giant rat, excuse me, so he is dead. There are a few places I don't think I backtracked to that I'd already been to, so I didn't revisit it. Like right up here, when I go up this ladder, there's a set of stairs that you may or may not see here. Let's see. No. But when I turn around it, yeah, if you take those stairs up, it'll take you to the bonfire for the depths, which is necessary. I always kindle it because having 10 Estus is useful. But I'm getting ready to go fight the Gaping Dragon. The enemies that populate the depths, other than the basilisks, are the rats and jellies and a few undead and the undead dog, or the undead hound, excuse me there. And none of them are really that strong. A lot of them can be killed in 1 or 2 hits, depending on your weapon. The jellies are really weak to fire, so if you use, and I would suggest doing this, but if you use pyromancies, you can pretty much wipe them out really quickly. So they're not really that big of a deal. Overall, my best advice for this particular area is just take it slow. Don't go too far in to get over your head, because you'll get overwhelmed by the basilisks or you'll be poisoned by the rats. Either way, it's not a very difficult area. The real journey, or as people want to say, the real Dark Souls begins at this boss fight or shortly there following. Another little tidbit is I will always summon Solaire of Astora, because that's just what I do. And I'm going to do my best to try to save him this playthrough, if I can remember how to do that. If not, oh well. Alright, here we go with this guy. Sorry, Solaire's a little bit slow. I had to wait for him to come downstairs. Okay, well, since we're gearing up for this, I will talk to you guys at the end of this fight. Wish me luck. Whew. Hard-fought victory there. I know there are a few times where I was probably going to fight it, but I didn't, and I succeeded. And now the Gaping Dragon's dead and boned. And I'm going to go back to the bonfire, save my progress, and continue on to the next video. So here are my salutations. I will be getting back to you guys sometime soon. So with all of that said, I will be streaming on Twitch and Mixer periodically while working on current and future projects. Also, I'll be doing a little bit of collaboration with a few friends of mine, so feel free to drop by and chat it up with us. I have a pretty great moderator. She's super duper awesome. Just show her a little bit of courtesy and she'll do the same for you. Otherwise, she will show you the door. So please, if you drop by, just a little bit of respect is all that we ask. To wrap it up, let me know what you guys think of the video down in the comments. What can I do better? What can I do worse? What would you like to see me do content-wise? Thank you so much once more for dropping in and giving me your time. I really, really appreciate it. And hopefully you come back to see me. Once again, I am Zarnold Edward Quigley, and I want to be your gaming advocate.